let's do that. And make sure that is on. And that. And that. Okay. Alright, so we are up to lesson 27. Now, several, I don't know exactly how many, so we'll just say several days ago, when we started division, y'all did not like me very much. You did not like math very much, I could tell. Okay? And that's okay. That happens just about every year when long division comes around. It's just, I remember that day and it was just like stunned silence in here. Like, she really expects us to do that, to do this, you know. And yeah, and look how far we've come. Okay, and I told you then, you got to give it time. That down the road, we're going to be doing this and be more comfortable with it. And it's not going to be as big and scary as what it felt like that first day. Okay. Now, we pushed on some days. Some days were harder than others. And because of that, what we're doing today, we've pretty much already done. Okay. So this is a day for us to just practice some of what we've already done. You know how for a very long time we stayed with 2 digits? In the division house, as I call it sometimes. Okay. And then, I don't know when it was, but a little after that, I moved you into a 3-digit number that was in there. Okay. So this is mostly about dividing with 3-digit numbers. So I moved a little faster on that than the book did, and that's okay because you were ready for it. And now today's going to feel a lot simpler because you know how to do this. Okay. It says I can represent and solve division problems with up to a 3-digit dividend. So, you know, we could see a smaller dividend, but it could be as big as 3 digits. Numerically, that just means that standard algorithm way that we've been doing. And with number discs. What are they talking about when they bring up discs? Yeah.
Dots.
What now?
Like dots.
Dots and discs, but where do we use those dots and discs? Yeah. Sometimes on the number line, but mainly where? Place value chart, okay. And requiring decomposing a remainder in the hundreds place. Okay, so let me break that down for you. They are asking us to do 3-digit division, up to 3-digit division, with a place value chart. And these problems that we do today might have a remainder. Okay? I'm telling you we're going to alter that slightly in that we are going to do 3-digit division. Some problems will have a remainder, but we are not going to bring in the place value chart. We never have this year with division. We just felt like it would be a better step to not do that this year. So we are going to be working on our standard algorithm, and it's going to feel like what we've done maybe a few days ago, and that's okay. This is just a good day for practice. Okay. All right, so speaking of practice, go ahead and get out your whiteboard, your marker, bag with your eraser, and we're fixing to jump into some practice. So our slides start off by practicing what we did yesterday. So if you would take your board, I'm going to switch to a slide where I have more space. Not a slide, but a board. Okay. Do we need this?
No, we don't.
We don't need this? Like, I should shrink it or delete it?
Delete it. We won't do that.
That was the same thing you deleted
Yeah, that's the same thing you deleted.
Sometimes my board likes to hold on to things. You notice when this board comes up, it's the same math problem every time. It's been on there for about a very long time now. But anyway, so I think I know how to delete. I don't always know how to permanently delete, but I need to figure that out. All right, so if you would take your board and divide it, I don't know about this little guy either, but I'm going to move him out of the way. Let's see, hold on 1 second. We're going to divide our board into fourths.
You don't need it long ways.
Fourths, yes, would include doing that. I just need 4 little spaces. Okay. Now, because of what we're doing, it would be a wise thing to take your board and turn it, let's use this way to do the work. Okay, called portrait or tall ways. Okay, that will give you more room to go down because we're doing some long division problems. Okay, so turn your board. All right. I can't turn my board. If I was the Hulk, I could rip it right off the wall and turn it, but yeah. So I am when I get angry. But I just am so happy today.
5 times 10.
Don't need my Hulk inner self to come out.
I'm not
So,
5
okay.
times 1 is 13.
All right, so we're gonna start right here. We're just gonna start here and go around. Okay, so let's go with. Let me make sure I get it right. 6 divided by 2. Now, it is not often that we see a basic fact like that written that way. But we're going to be writing all the others that way, so we're going to keep them the same. Okay, usually when we see this, we see this. Okay, what's happening? Usually we see it that way. And we pretty much can answer that without doing long division. Okay, so what would our answer be to this? Yes, 3. Okay, we know with the fact family that we're showing right here that our answer would be 3. Okay, now what is 2 times 3? Everybody, it is 6. You know, if we can get that actual number with multiplication, that's what we want. If we can get that close. All right, so when we subtract, now, like I said, I know that you did not need to do long division to figure that one out. But I want you to see this in comparison to the rest of these, okay? All right, so moving next door. We're going to have this, let me just go with the same colors. 60 divided by 2, okay? And probably already you can kind of see where this is going. Okay. All right. So we're going to ask ourselves again. Now see this, we've already done some work here. Let that help us. So how many 2s can we get out of 6? Gave away the answer right there. Faith, how many? 3. Okay.
4.
So that 3 goes, okay, what's up?
What is wrong with your board? Maybe you need to delete that other slide down there.
I don't know if it's just too high. Make a flat 3, kind of. Okay. Make a squish 3. All right, so 2 times 3 is 6. Okay. What do I do next? Okay, yeah, don't yell it out. Like the hand. Yes.
Bring the 0 down and subtract 0 from 0.
Okay. Bring that 0 down, and it might feel like you're finished, but you're not. Martin makes a good point. We have to do, how many 2's can I get out of 0?
0.
Which would be 0. 2 times 0 is 0. And we subtract that and get 0. Let's see how many times today we can say the word 0. Yes.
That's 1.
Anyway, no, really, let's not count. All right, so nothing else to bring down. We're left with 0, so we're finished and we have no remainder. Okay, so we can see that 30 is our quotient. What do you think is going to be next?
600.
Okay,
6 million.
600 divided by 2. You got it. Okay. We're watching how this problem is changing. We're watching how the quotient is changing and how these zeros affect it. Now we have a multiple of 100. Okay. Start the same, so don't, if we've already done the work, let's let it help us be a little quicker here. How many 2's can I get out of 6?
3.
2 times 3 is 6. Okay. Now, just like before, when Martin said bring this down, we're going to do that again. How many 2's can we get out of 0? 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Okay, now, if you weren't here yesterday, we said this might feel kind of unnecessary, but it really is necessary to make sure you have the right number of zeros and whatnot in your answer. Okay. We're still not done. We've got to bring this down. How many 2's can we get out of 0? 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
All those arrows, all those zeros.
We've said 0 15 times.
Okay. Okay.
No, 16.
All right, so what's going to come last?
6,000.
6,000 times? There you go. 6,000 divided by 2. Okay.
What?
Okay, so please work this one out. And we do need to see all of this. Please do not just put an answer, even though I know you could, at this point, know the answer. Show the process. Show the process.
I do not know. I do not have enough room.
Now, write really small.
I have to hit the bottom.
Right, really small. We can get 3 2's out of 6. Okay, bring this one down. If I have a basket of 0 things and I ask you to come get 2 out of it, can you do that? No, because I have 0 things. So
I did it.
2 times 0 is 0. Subtract that. Shh. Okay, pull the next 0 down. How many 2's can I get out of 0? 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Subtract that and get 0. Pull down the next 0. Okay. You can either laugh or cry, so let's just be jolly about the zeros. All right, 2 times, how many 2's can I get out of this 0? Again, 0. 2 times 0 is 0. Minus is 0. See, even the board is getting upset with me. I don't know why I did that. Okay, so our answer is 3,000. Okay?
29 zeros.
All right. But I wanted you to see how this changed, okay?
It keeps
It didn't just change because let's just throw another 0 up there. There was a process. There's a reason why this answer is what it is because of this process right here, okay? Just like a place value chart, sometimes will show you what's happening. This is showing us what's happening as well, okay? Any questions about this right here? Other than, do we have to still say the word 0 today?
Yes, do we have to say the word
Okay, go ahead and clear off your board.
Do we leave the lines on there too? Them lines? Do we leave
No, we're not going to do another problem like that, so you can clear off the lines and everything. However, I do want you to do this problem right here.
with the 0 in it? Please have zeros. Please don't. Yeah, zeros.
I didn't say we wouldn't use them anymore. Okay, if you would go ahead and try to work this one out on your own, and then we'll go over it in just a second. Question? If you're finished, just wait just a second. I'll give you a break another minute or two. is 12. I think some of you can tell that a 4 belongs in our answer. But what you might be wondering is, did I put the right number of zeros? Okay. All right, let's check this out. Can I get a group of 3 out of 1? No. So what am I going to have to look at instead? What am I going to have to look at instead? Yeah. I'm going to have to grab the digit beside it and look at 12. How many 3s can I get out of 12? Boom, that's a fact family that should automatically come to mind. How many 3s can I get out of 12, Isabel? 3 times what is 12? You got it, you know it. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. What's 3 times 4? No, not 3, but right here, 4. Okay? All right. Put it above the 2 so that it is above the 1's place in the 12. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. 3 times 4 is 12, and we subtract that. This sleeve is going to make a mess today. And then we bring the next 0 down. If you don't bring those zeros down, sometimes you are going to wind up with the wrong answer. Okay, how many 3s can I get out of 0? 0. 3 times 0 is 0, and subtract that. Okay, sometimes when we get a 0 down here, we feel finished, but we're not. We've not brought every digit down, so we bring this one down. How many 3s out of 0? 0. 3 times 0 is 0, and subtract that. Now, because we have a 0 and there's nothing else to bring down, we're finished. That's how we know we're finished, and now we have the correct answer up here. Okay. Question about this one? Too many? Well, it wasn't too bad. There was only 2.
It's easy.
That's not a question, that's a statement, but I'm glad you feel that way.
It's an opinion.
It is an opinion,
I think
exactly.
It's easy. I have a question.
Okay.
How long are we still going to be doing this? Until we go in 5th grade.
I'm a lot older than you, and I'm working on it right there with you, so could possibly be a very long time. All right, so clear off your board, and we're going to move into what our lesson is focusing on today. Okay. Now, could you see a 0 today? Sure. But are we focusing on multiples of 10, 100, and 1,000 again today? No, that's not our focus. These could be just any numbers, okay? And so our first one to practice, 423 divided by 3. Now, because we have worked on some of these just like this, I'm going to let you work this one, and then we'll check it. Okay? I want you to try and get started and see what you can do.
There's no zeros.
so saw a lot of similar answers on your board, so I'm going to get caught up with you, but please check your work, okay? How many groups of 3 can we get out of 4? Since 4 is big enough to get out of group of 3, we're going to stay right there. How many?
1.
Just 1. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3, and we're going to subtract that from 4 and get 1. Okay, bring down the 2. Now, if we're getting lost in our steps, what would be helpful to put over here? Okay, our divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat. Okay, so we have divided, multiplied, subtracted, and we're bringing down the 2, and we're ready to repeat. How many 3's can I get out of 12? That's a fact family right there. How many?
4.
3 times 4 is 12, isn't it? 3 times 4 is 12. I'm going to subtract that 12 and get a 0. Am I finished?
No.
No. Okay. So we have done these steps again, and we're ready to bring down the 3. How many 3's can I get out of a 3? Yeah.
1.
Just 1.
Okay.
Okay. 3 times 1 is 3. So I'm going to subtract that and get 0. And I have nothing else to bring down. I'm not going to repeat now. I've already done all of my steps.
I want to get a remainder.
Okay. So 141. Now, what I would like you to do beside this problem is to check your work.
Alright.
You might have already done this, and if you can get in the habit,
Check
how do we check our work? We multiply the 2 outside numbers to try and get the inside number. So we're going to multiply 3 times 141.
Yep, that's right.
And when you do that, 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. Okay, we have 423, and we have 423. If I would have had a remainder, what would I have done with that? When I'm checking, I would have added it in. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, did that feel as hard as it did the first time we ever did it? No, we're getting stronger at this. We're getting better at this. Okay, we're remembering the steps better. I might have seen, I don't know, very few of you if you wrote these down at all because you're remembering them now. Okay, but if you still want to write them just to make sure and to be careful and to, go right ahead. Okay, let's try another one. Clear your board off.
Oh, that's bad work. It worked so hard.
Okay, we've got 783 divided by 3. All right, go ahead and work that one out. All right, please go ahead and check your work if you get finished. see some of you are checking your work. Good. All right, we'll check this up here. How many groups of 3 can we get out of the 7? Okay, 2 groups of 3. And we're going to multiply that 3 times 2, and we'll get 6. That's as close to 7 as we can get without going too big, isn't it? Okay. When we subtract, we'll get a 1, and then we bring this down and have 18. Okay, so that's where that bell should go off. There's a fact family there. How many 3s can I get out of 18, everybody? 6. Okay, 6 groups of 3. 3 times 6 is 18. You're going to get 0 there. Some people write the 2 zeros. It's okay if it's just 1. Okay, so we're going to bring the 3 down. All right, and how many 3s do we get out of 3, everybody?
1 0.
Just 1. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3, and that will be 0. Okay, tell me what to multiply. Brandon, what would I multiply to check my work?
261 times 3.
Okay, my 2 outside numbers, my divisor, my quotient, when I multiply them, I should get my dividend right here. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. 783, 783. Okay. All right, how about one more and we're good? Okay, let's erase our boards. Now we'll do some more practice on our own. Put one more together like this. Okay. 546 divided by 4. Okay. Changing that up. They wanted you to divide by 3 again. I was ready for you to divide by something different. Okay. All right, go ahead and try this one. Do go ahead and check your work if you get finished. Alright, we do want to check our work as well on this one, if you've not done that. Okay, I do want you to really give me your eyes when we check this one because I see more of a mixture of answers this time. Okay. And so I want you to watch as we work through this. Kind of watch the board, watch your problem, and see if you made a wrong turn somewhere so that can help you. Okay. How many 4s can we get out of 5?
1.
Alexandria, how many? Just 1. Okay. So 4 times 1 is 4. Subtract that from 5 and get 1. Okay. Good so far. What am I going to do?
Put a 4 down.
Okay. Bring down the 4 with the 1, so now we have 14. And how many 4s? What's the most 4s we can get out of 14 without going over? Yeah.
12.
Okay, but how many 4s is that? Okay, 3 4s makes 12, doesn't it? If I had 4 4s, how many would that be? 16, and that's too big. Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. We're going to subtract that and get 2. Okay, we're ready to bring the next digit down. 26. See, now this time, all these numbers aren't working out perfectly even. I wanted you to have a problem like that so that we could see how this one works. How many 4s can I get out of 26? What's the most I can get? What's the most I can get?
24.
Okay, so how many 4s is that?
6 times 4.
Okay, 6 groups of 4 is 24. 4 times 6 is 24. I subtract that and get 2 again. But do I have anything to bring down this time? No, so that 2 is, the 2 is the remainder because it's not big enough to make another group of 4. So it's going to be remainder 2. Okay, and to check your work, we would still multiply 4 times 136. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 14. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 more is 5. We got 544, but we have 546 there. Oh, man.
No.
We didn't get the same answer. Yeah.
You have to add the 2.
You have to add this 2 in there. So plus 2 would give us 546, which is exactly what we needed to get. Okay. This is called sleeve art. It's very fancy.
Happens all the time.
Ear art, sleeve art. Yeah. I haven't done it in a while. Depends on what I wear, I guess.
Your hair hasn't got it yet.
My hair's calmed down just a little bit.
It's like
Anyway.
a raging lion.
I know. What is that? Okay. So, I think you guys have a really good handle on this. Do we always get every problem correct? No? Do you know the process? How it works? Yes. Do sometimes we make little multiplication or subtracting mistakes inside of these big problems? Yes. But think about a division problem. Think about everything that happens inside of one of these big division problems. Subtracting, multiplying, dividing, of course. And, you know, even when we check our work, sometimes we got to add. Okay? All right. We are going to move on to our practice then. So let me take care of this for just a second.